Okay.
So you should have plenty of volume. Could y'all hear me okay out there?
Yeah. Once we got past the dugout, you could really hear it. But
Okay.
at the dugout level,
It was hard
really
to hear.
hard to hear.
And I had it turned up pretty loud.
Oh, yeah.
I would, yeah. They're at home deck or the home plate circle and see my cross view. Yeah, I'm not hearing you. And my cable's all twisted. There we go. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good evening, Raider baseball fans, and welcome to Rouse Raider Baseball. It's Marble Falls versus Rouse here tonight at Raider Field, and it is a must-win game, Steve, for the Rouse Raiders tonight.
Absolutely.
You talk about a team of cardiac kids. Take it down to the wire. You've had opportunities versus Georgetown and Cedar Park, and unable to get business taken care of in those games. And so you're down to the last game.
This is it. This is all the marbles are in this game. You've got to win this game, or you go to the dreaded play-in game against Liberty Hill. So they've got to come out and perform and show it on the field. So I think the keys to the game, again, it's pretty easy. Daniel Norris is going to be starting on the mound, and he's got to be effective. He's got to be really effective and throw strikes and do really well as far as working the pitch counts and going deep in this game. On the other side of things, I don't mean to pick on him, but I think a really key player in this game is Colby Diaz again. And like I said in the Georgetown game, I think he is a key. He gets our offense going. So.
Well, if you remember, the Raiders took the first of the series back at Marble Falls in a hotly contested first inning.
Yep.
Andrew Kidhill, the starter, normally getting 13, 14 strikeouts a game, didn't record a single strikeout and only went one inning in that game just because of the terrible calls at the plate with the umpire, and both teams frustrated.
Both teams got frustrated. As a matter of fact, I think there was even an ejection on the home team side.
Yeah, a parent was ejected from the stands on the home team side. And so just a very poorly officiated game, a very frustrating game for Andrew Kidhill in that appearance.
Yep.
So they're introducing the lineups tonight, and for Liberty Hill, leading off will be number 10, Jake Becker, followed by number 7, Luke Nail, and at batting third, number 11, Jake Carter. Number 14, John Zamaripa will be the designated hitter. He will be hitting for the first baseman, number 22, Hudson McBride. Number 12, Evan Nikoski will be on the mound for the Mustangs tonight. He will be followed by number 4, Isaias Roman behind the plate. Number 15, Trey Gilpin will be at third base, batting 7th. Number 13, Cale Cochran will be in right field, batting 8th. Number 5, Bryce Atkinson will be in left field, rounding out the order. For your Rouse Raiders, leading off will be number 3, Keegan Solomon in right field. He will be followed by number 9, Carter Heinrich behind the plate. Number 34, Colin Correjo will be the designated hitter, and he will be hitting for your starting pitcher tonight, number 13, Daniel Norris. Batting fourth will be number 8, Oscar Salazar in left field. Batting fifth, number 17, Colby Diaz at third base. Number 12, Joe Sparshoe will be at second base. Batting seventh will be number 1, Drew Forsell at first base. Number 23, Lucas Sparshoe will be batting 8th at short. And rounding out the order will be number 6, Jake Alepa in center field. It's senior night here at Raider Field, and, you want to give a tip of the cap to every one of these seniors who have been a part of this program for so many years, and it's always a sad time when you reach the end of the line in your senior year. As a parent, you look for the success of your child as he grows throughout the program from his freshman year all the way through his senior year. Congratulate his successes, and then before you know it, your senior year is here, and then senior night, usually the last regular season game is here, and
tough.
the tears begin to flow, and the emotions begin to pour out. So we're going to take a moment for the national anthem. We'll be right back with you. You're watching Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. It's baseball time in Texas as we're getting ready to get started here at Raider Field. Raiders come into tonight 20-8 overall, 8-5 in district. They are coached by Chad Crimpane, assisted by Josh Harris, Dan LaPaglia, and Jason Bourgeois. Marble Falls comes into tonight 18-8 overall, 3-10 in district. Defensively for your Raiders, on the bump, number 13, Daniel Norris. Behind the plate, number 9, Carter Heinrich. At first base, number 1, Drew Forcell. At second base, number 12, Joe Sparshoe. At third base, number 17, Colby Diaz. At shortstop, number 23, Lucas Sparshoe. In left field, number 8, Oscar Salazar. In center field, number 6, Jake Alepa. And in right field, number 3, Keegan Solomon, and that is your defensive battery for the Rouse Raiders tonight. Due up for the Mustangs in the first, number 10, Jake Becker, number 7, Luke Nail, and number 11, Jake Carter. Or they could also tune in to SHN Sports.
Or you can turn into SHN Sports on your YouTube channel. Google the team's names, and tonight's contest will be shown with the scoreboard on it.
So a good plug, a shameless plug for SHN Sports by Miss Kathleen Forcell, the all-star mom, here in the press box with us tonight. I'm Michael Francis alongside the one and only Steve Kidhill. And it's been a pleasure, and we look to carry this into the playoffs.
Let's have a lot more games. How about that?
Not an end tonight. Definitely a must-win for the Raiders to avoid a play-in game versus Liberty Hill.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's almost the third time's a charm. You know, we had an opportunity with Georgetown, didn't get it done. Had an opportunity with Cedar Park, didn't get it done. Now it's their third time, so hopefully 3 times the charm here.
So you have co-champions in District 25 5A. The Leander Lions and the Cedar Park Timberwolves finished atop this district, and they are playing for seeding purposes tonight at Glenn High School. That game began at 6 o'clock, and we'll try to keep tabs on that score for you.
Currently, it's the top of the fourth, and it's 5-1 Cedar Park in that game.
Cedar Park, I believe, ranked 7th in the state this week.
That's correct.
Daniel Norris on the mound. He faces Jake Becker. A swing and a miss for strike one to get things started. Got a good crowd here tonight. Wind blowing out of the southwest. Actually, southeast. This is cut on and an infield fly, and Joe Sparshoe makes the catch, and that will do it for Jake Becker in the first.
I was telling many people before the game started, I said, man, if I was on the Liberty Hill team, they don't play tonight. So I would be here trying to root on Marble Falls if that were me. But I don't see a whole lot of them here.
The center fielder, Luke Nail, comes to the plate. Lefty versus lefty matchup here with Daniel Norris. Norris has the sign. He deals. Curveball hangs high for ball one.
Yeah, I would say Luke is the most powerful Marble Falls Mustang in the lineup. He is actually committed to go to Blinn Community College next year.
Fastball that's cut on and hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit.
So I get to see him next year as well.
Ah, interesting.
Wharton Community College and or Wharton Junior College and Blinn are in the same conference. So
that will bring up the shortstop, number 11, Jake Carter. One on with one out. Pitch in the dirt for ball one.
You know, this is the type of game where everybody has to be available, everybody has to do their part, but you know, it doesn't matter. You have to really look at it like there's no tomorrow.
This is chopped on and hit foul down the third baseline. Nail will make the turnaround and head back to first. 1-1 the count for Jake Carter. And one thing you fans have that these fans don't have here is the fact you also have a scoreboard to follow. And they do not. Breaking ball misses low and inside for ball two.
I will do my best, I pledge. I will do my best on it.
Well, you have an added edge. Andrew is not on the mound tonight, but is available should the Raiders need him. Breaking ball hangs high for ball three.
Yeah, so Andrew is kind of expecting later innings that he may be called upon to shut the door.
3-1 the count. The pitch, this is cut on and hit out to left, and it's over the head of Oscar Salazar, and that's going to roll to the fence. Luke Nail rounds third and headed home. The throw home will not be in time, as Jake Carter has a stand-up double and an RBI double at that. And the Mustangs lead 1-0 here early in the first.
I don't think Oscar saw that ball. He got a really
late jump on it.
Late jump, and the ball sailed over his head by 15, 20 feet. So
number 14, John Zamarripa, designated hitter, comes to the plate.
Oh,
curveball just misses outside. That was a nice-looking curveball.
As the audience already knows, that I will beg for those types of calls. That was close.
Norris pitching exclusively from the stretch. This is hit out to center field. It's in and out of the glove of Jake Alepa. And that will move Carter to third.
Boy, that is not the way you want to start the game right now. So,
yeah, playing much deeper than.
You know, the wind is blowing out, so you would think the outfielders do need to play and be cautious about that. But, boy.
Actually, I think that would probably be ruled an error and not a hit.
He left his feet. Michael, you're being mean.
Am I being okay? Well, then I'll give him credit for the single. Then don't want to give somebody the
on senior
error.
night. On senior night, come on.
Okay. So Evan Nikowski comes to the plate. He takes for a ball. This pitch cut on and hit over the short. Throw to first in time. Double play by Joe Sparshoe. That will go L4, 4-3 on the putout of John Zamarripa.
Ooh, that is what the doctor ordered, right? But man, that's exactly what we needed there. Had to have it.
The Mustangs get 1 run on 3 hits. They leave one, and on to the bottom we go. It's 1-0 Marble Falls. Here early in this contest. Defensive battery for the Mustangs. On the bump, number 12, Evan Nikowski. Behind the plate, number 4, Isaias Roman. At first base, number 22, Hudson McBride. At second base, number 10, Jake Becker. At third base, number 15, Trey Gilpin. At shortstop, number 11, Jake Carter. In left field, number 5, Bryce Atkinson. In center field, number 7, Luke Nail. And in right field, number 13, Cale Cochran. Leading off for your Raiders will be Keegan Solomon, followed by Carter Heinrich and Colin Correjo. And we need the bats to come alive. We got to be effective at the plate. We got to be smart selecting our pitches tonight.
Yeah, too many games we're winning 2-1. I like the wins, don't get me wrong, but hard to win a high school baseball game scoring 2 runs. We really need to score 5, 6, 7 runs here.
Raiders winning this one big in their first contest, 19-6. And as you recall, Colby Diaz hit a 2-run homer.
He sure did. That was a no-doubter.
As soon as it came off the bat, you knew it was over the center field power alley.
Easily clearing 380 feet.
So the lineup has changed somewhat from the last game. Carter Heinrich has moved up. Colby Diaz has moved from 4th to 5th. Drew Forcell has slid down to 7th in the order, so made some changes. Lucas Sparshoe and Jake Alepa in their normal spots at the 8 and 9 hitters.
That's just Coach Krempine's way of rattling the bats a little bit, seeing if there's something else going on, and maybe getting some of these other batters a little better look at some other pitches. So if you're always in the 4-hole, you're always going to get that curveball on the first or second pitch, right? But moving Colby down to the 5 spot, maybe he'll get some more fastballs to feast on.
Keegan Solomon comes to the plate as he is ready to face Evan Nikowski for the first time tonight. Carter Heinrich on deck. Nikowski pitching from the windup. He picks up the sign from Roman. He winds and delivers high. Wow.
Yep, that's okay. That's where the strike zone is.
That pitch in for a strike. It looked really high, just up out of the zone.
Looked like it was about the letters.
Next pitch down and away for ball 1. That will even the count. One delivery outside for ball 2.
That's obviously outside on that one.
I think he was expecting a strike call, but definitely it was far outside. And Roman didn't even set him up well on that one.
Past the chalk line of the left-hander's batter's box.
Fastball cut on and missed for strike 2. That will even the count up at 2-2. thing about this umpire so far, he definitely shows the signs. The 2-2 pitch, that's high for ball 3, and Solomon works the count full. We want to thank you all for tuning in and watching Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. Is this your first time watching? Please click like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. The fastball cut on. It's through the glove of Trey Gilpin and into left field. And that was a screamer down that third baseline, and I'm going to rule that a hit. That was tattooed hard. Solomon with a leadoff single, and that will bring up the catcher, Carter Heinrich.
Yeah, there was very limited reaction time allowed by the third baseman there.
Nikowski from the stretch. Throw to first, not in time, not an incredible amount of speed on his throw over to first.
If he would have really thrown that, he might have had a chance. I think Keegan kind of slipped going back to first.
Pitch home.
Oh.
Wow.
Whew, not your pitch.
That is definitely not your pitch. He likes that high fastball. Letter high fastball, for sure. One strike count. That's inside. Back pick from Roman, not in time.
It's important for the Raiders right here to punch right back.
Heinrich with an 0-2 count.
Get back to 1-1 or even take the lead here.
The 0-2 pitch. This is cut on. It's popped up and playable. Nikowski tracking it. Gilpin calls it, makes the catch, and that will do it for Carter Heinrich.
Right up the elevator shaft. That went straight up.
One away with one on for the designated hitter, Colin Correjo. Throw to first. Gets by McBride, and Solomon advances down to second. On the error by McBride, as that was hit his glove.
See if the Rouse Raiders can take advantage of this this little miscue here.
Oscar Salazar on deck. Pitch by Nikowski inside for ball 1. One and 0 the count. In the first meeting between these two teams, Hudson McBride retired the side in order. The pitch low for ball 2. Raiders threatening here in the bottom. Marble Falls leading this one 1-0 over the Raiders. Solomon at second base in scoring position. A good sharp single from Colin Correjo would score him. Pitch upstairs for ball 3. And Nikowski in danger of walking him.
I keep looking at the scoreboard. We don't have a scoreboard here, so it's
on you, brother.
Little different tonight.
Nikowski takes a look at Solomon. He comes home. Pitch inside for a strike, which he knew he had the take sign. Make him throw a strike. Nikowski takes another look back at second. The 3-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2, and Nikowski works it back full.
Colin may have helped out the pitcher.
He helped out the pitcher on a pitch that was down and away. And in the right-hand batter's box. Nikowski comes set, and he steps off. That's
Come on, guys.
How did they? He brought the ball out of the glove without stepping off.
Yeah, he broke contact with his glove and was still on the rubber. That is a balk. It's just amazing.
Pitch high for ball 4. And Keegan Solomon should be standing at third base on the balk. That definitely was a balk. You cannot bring the ball out of the glove while you're still on the rubber and not go home or
right.
make a pickoff move. And he failed to do either one of those, and neither umpire called that.
Unbelievable. I mean, the umpire level, it's just been terrible this year.
Oscar Salazar at the plate. He takes for ball 1. Which that's probably the best looking strike that he's thrown all night.
And it was called a ball.
And it was called a ball. 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the first with Oscar Salazar at the plate. Colby Diaz on deck. Pitch in for a strike. And that'll even the count 1-1. Again, Nikowski taking that look back at Salazar. Nobody holding him on. Pitch cut on and fouled for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Salazar. Raiders need to even the score back out as they're trailing by 1. Pitch misses low for ball 2. Count evens back up at 2. Roman gives the sign. Kowski takes another look back. They'll throw home. This is cut on and lined down to third. They will get the force
Double play
at second, and they will work the double play. And that will do it for the Raiders.
That's a heartbreaker right there.
So Salazar thrown out. I believe that was 6-3, right? On his put out. And then it will go 5-6, 6-3. And the Marble Falls Mustangs, after 1, lead it 1-0 over the Raiders. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1, and on to the second we go with the Mustangs leading Rouse 1-0. Due up for the Mustangs in the second, Roman, Gilpin, and Cochran.
That was a fine defensive play.
And it was a sharply hit ball by Salazar.
Sharply hit ball. You can't ask for more than that. But you know what? Marble Falls executed the play, and definitely I have no complaints over the double play that was called by the umpire. So that's just good baseball right there.
Gilpin played the hop better than he did in the previous hit by Solomon. Raiders need to take care of business here, and as they're moving through the back half of the order.
You know, I said that there were no Liberty Hill. I didn't see any Liberty Hill players here, and guess what? Now I've spotted a couple. So they did exactly what I thought. They want to see if their season can be extended. They are definitely rooting for Marble Falls for that.
Well, Rouse just needs to take care of business tonight. They control their own destiny. Yep. They can make it easy and pick up the win, or they can make it difficult and have to run through Liberty Hill in a play-in game. Daniel Norris back on the mound to pitch the second. He faces Roman, and he deals for a ball. Both teams ending the first with inning-ending double plays. Pitch misses high for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Roman.
Need Daniel to dial it in a little bit and start throwing some strikes. There we go.
A swing and a miss for strike 1. 2-1 the count. I want to give a big shout out to all the boosters that have helped in the press box throughout the season. This is cut on and hit out to center. And it's over the head of Jake Alepa and into more left center. And that will be a double for Isaiah Roman.
Activity in the Rouse bullpen right now. Looks like Andrew Kidhill is warming up. Then again, he could just be throwing, just to throw.
Well, Norris has been solid all year long.
He sure has.
Has a 7-0 record. His last game was a no decision versus Georgetown. Trey Gilpin takes for a strike.
Yeah, that Georgetown loss was a little bit of a heartbreaker. He took it 7 innings, and then it was 3-3, and we ended up losing in the 8th.
Blake Gonzalez coming on in relief. This pitch fouled off for strike 2. Again, going back to the Raider boosters that have really helped out in the press box all year long, Mike Alepa and Kathleen Forsell. I want to thank Big Lou Diaz stepping in and Kathleen both for stepping in and broadcasting with me. Swing and a miss for Gilpin.
They were thinking that was a drop third strike, and the coach yelled run to him, but Carter Heinrich, the catcher, was right there to tag him out.
That will bring up the right fielder, Cale Cochran. Norris picks up the sign from Heinrich. Roman extends his lead at second. The pitch cut on and missed for a strike. We want to welcome any Marble Falls listeners that may be tuning in to our broadcast tonight. Pitch high and outside for ball 1. That will even the count up at 1.
Michael will keep this as friendly as he can. I will be rooting for the Rouse Raiders. So let's just.
Wow, a nice curveball from Daniel Norris. Misses for ball 2.
Yeah, I think he thought that might have missed low.
The 2-1 pitch cut on and missed. Actually gets a tip of, or tips it a little bit for strike 2, and that will even the count up at 2. Roman extending his lead just a bit. A swing and a miss from Cochran. And that will be out number 2. That will bring up the 9th hitter in the order, the left fielder, number 5, Bryce Atkinson.
Daniel needs to go right after the batter here.
Isaiah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just not worrying about, he just needs to throw 3 strikes.
Isaiah Roman, I keep saying Roman, that's the Spanish in me. Foul tip for a strike. Led off this half inning with a stand-up double out to left center. And since then, back-to-back strikeouts for Daniel Norris. The one-strike pitch. Fastball misses low for ball one. Teams that have already clinched in District 25 5A, Cedar Park, Georgetown, and Leander. Swing and a miss. A throw down to second is cut off by Joe Sparshew. And that will put Atkinson in a 1-2 count.
I groaned because I was afraid that ball was going to
Going
go
to go
right
into
into
center field.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted wounds are wounds of the worst kind, and definitely don't want to see any of those. A breaking ball just misses high, which is kind of unusual. He's been calling that high ball as a strike.
That's just, come on.
2-2 the count.
Strike zone seems to be moving tonight.
Becker on deck for the Mustangs. Pitch fouled off, and the count will remain even at 2. Norris has the sign. The 2-2 pitch. That's chopped on and hit down the third baseline, and there's not going to be a play. That will be an infield hit for Bryce Atkinson.
Actually, I'll just tell you, I think that was a base hit all the way. As soon as it was hit, it was going to be a base hit. But Colby made a good play there, not trying to do too much with it, and heads up, not throwing it into right field. Just take the medicine and let's go after the next batter.
Sometimes that's just the right thing to do.
Yep.
Is, you know, you want to try to make a play, but from his game versus Cedar Park last week, he did the same thing, and he threw it into the foul territory, and
Yep.
that allows Cedar Park to put runners in scoring position. Pitch misses inside for a ball to Jake Becker.
Gives us a chance to get out of the inning. There's 2 outs. There's nobody hurt on that play at the moment.
Pitch in for a strike.
Again, it's pretty easy. Daniel.
Count even at 1. Atkinson extending his lead at first. Pitch. Wow.
Batter wanted to swing, but
It was
held up.
tough call right there. Courtesy runner has come in for Roman.
I don't have the.
Throw down to second will be shallow. Question.
That was a ball. It's 3-1 now. With the runner stealing second, or yeah, he did steal.
Runners at second and third for Jake Becker, and a 3-1 count with Luke Nail on deck. Norris comes set. Pitch. This is cut on and hit foul, possibly playable. Goes over or hits the top of the dugout. Kobe Diaz made it over.
That ball went foul by about 2 feet. Boy.
Count goes full to Becker. You know what's coming. The pitch for Norris swung on and missed, and that will do it. Mustangs get no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2. After 1.5, it's 1-0 Marble Falls. Due up for your Raiders in the bottom half of the inning. Colby Diaz, Joe Sparshoe, and Drew Forsell. Raiders need to do work right here, right now.
Yep.
Take care of business, put it away, and let's go to the playoffs.
We need a bigger than 2 as far as the crooked number goes. We need a 3, 4, or 5. And yeah, I'm begging for it. Something our viewers might see a little different on our field are the numbers of all the seniors, honoring the seniors. This is something the Booster Club did earlier today, I believe, and I think it's a great tribute, a great tradition. All the seniors were announced by the wonderful Michael Francis earlier in the game, and they had a chance to walk out there with their parents and stand on their numbers and get an ovation from the crowd. A big thank you. So.
Yeah,
Pretty neat.
What you hate is in these 2 COVID-affected years that last year's team did not get recognized, unfortunately, at all.
Nope.
And did not get to walk across the stage for their graduations and finish their school year in virtual classrooms, and unfortunately didn't get to be celebrated.
Right. Yep.
At schools across the country, not just here in Texas. But of course, it was all new to us at that time, not knowing what the pandemic was going to bring, and a year later, and here we are.
Here we are.
And fortunately, able to celebrate the seniors of this year. Leading off the second for the Raiders, the third baseman, number 17, Colby Diaz.
I'm laughing because I'm looking at their defensive lineup, and the left fielder is, if he could not be any deeper.
No, because he's probably maybe 20 feet off the back fence.
Maybe 20 feet, maybe 15.
if you were looking at it from a major league perspective, that would be the warning track. 1-1 the count to Colby Diaz.
Do you think maybe they have a scouting report on Colby?
Maybe they do.
Good night.
The 1-1 pitch for Nikowski. That'll hit him on the shoulder. And the Raiders once again get the lead off aboard. But I'm sure Colby would much rather have had the hit than been hit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
As he took it right in the shoulder. That will bring up the hard-hitting sophomore, little shoddy, Joe Sparshoe.
2 years ago, Colby led the team in hit by pitches, and it was almost once a game.
Throw to first, not in time as Diaz dives back in. It was a better pickoff from Nikowski than his previous attempts. One I remember getting hit a whole lot was a pitch, a bunt laid down by little shoddy, and Nikowski loses his footing. And that will be an infield single for little shoddy. Raiders have runners at first and second.
This is an obvious bunt situation. I don't know what Coach Crimbeen will do, but this would be an obvious bunt situation, to get second and third with one out.
So the one I remember getting hit a whole lot was Devin Hooper.
Oh, yeah.
Drew Forsell stands in with runners at first and second. He shows bunt, lays off, the throw down to third, goes into left field. Colby Diaz will head home, and that will tie the ball game. And it's interesting that the Raiders had a steal with Colby Diaz on,
Yeah.
and the Lawrence Welk bubbles have come out. They are out in force, folks. If you can't see them on the camera, Lawrence Welk has just walked into the stands and brought his bubbles with him, and only those that are Gen X or greater would know what I mean by that. Drew Forsell shows bunt, lays off. He takes for ball 2. So Colby Diaz, not the fleetest of foot.
Not
You
at
know,
all.
most coaches
No.
would say unhitch that wagon, son, and start running. Nikowski deals outside for ball 3.
That run has fired up the Rouse dugout quite a bit. So I
Joe
think that's
Sparshoe, I'm sorry.
a very good sign there. Go ahead.
Joe Sparshoe extends his lead at second base, and Marble Falls calls time. Coach is going to go talk to Nikowski. I'm sure try to settle him down. He's probably upset that he lost his footing and slid and unable to make the play to first to allow Sparshoe to get on base.
There's absolutely no activity in the dugout or in the bullpen of Marble Falls, so I don't see him being pulled as of yet. But I think Coach is worried that the game is gonna get out of hand. So
Well, it's a tie ball game. I don't know that you really feel that the game's you're losing momentum, maybe losing momentum,
think
letting
maybe.
Rouse get some momentum,
Yep.
which we felt that last week versus Cedar Park. I mean, you just
100%.
felt the momentum shift on that throw that went into foul territory, and
Yep.
Cedar Park just capitalized on that and never looked back. Rouse, unfortunately, was unable to get traction from that point
yeah,
because Kid Hill had a 2-0 lead.
he had a 2-0 lead. I thought we were going to start to cruise, and all of a sudden the error happened, and the wheels kind of
Because you were in
the wind shifted.
You were in the best of situations right there because you had your ace versus one of their seniors on senior night.
Yeah, yep.
Nikowski takes a look at Sparshoe. And he brought his ball out of the glove again, and they're
Come
not
on.
calling a balk. I do not understand that.
We're both in agreement here that is not a legal move.
You cannot be engaged with the rubber and pull your hand out of the glove. You have to step off. Pitch down and away actually gets the corner of the zone. And that will work the count 3-1.
Drew Forsell was taking all the way on that pitch.
3-1 pitch outside for ball 4, and that will do it.
Ball 4. That's ball 4. No, they had the count wrong.
Oh, no.
What? He's calling 3-2.
Ball 4.
That's ball 4.
That was ball 4.
Ugh. Come on, guys.
4.
Payoff pitch. This is
I mean, come on.
hit
This is-
foul, and I just don't understand how the call was messed up.
It was 3-0. The coach came out. It was 3-0, and a strike was called, and apparently somehow a phantom pitch happened. It was 3-2.
The 3-2 pitch. This is chopped on and hit foul. It seems as though neither umpire is
Awake,
I
alive, coherent, sober.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to go there.
Sorry.
Nikowski comes set. He deals outside for ball 4.
5.
Now batting number 23, senior Lucas Sparshoe.
Runners at first and second. For the senior, number 23, Lucas Sparshoe, more affectionately known by his teammates as Big Shotty. And again, if he has family members in Michigan listening in, we thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider baseball. Raiders home field here in Leander, Texas. on the campus of Rouse High School. Nikowski takes a long look back and a second look back. Sparshoe attempts to bunt, leaves his bat out there, and will be rung up for a strike. Forsell at first, little shotty at second. Roman gives a sign. Nikowski takes a long look in. He steps off and will reset. A one-strike count to Sparshoe. Throw back to second. In and out of the glove, but not in time to Jake Becker. Marble Falls playing Sparshoe much tighter than they have been. One-strike pitch up high for ball one. That will even the count. At least we believe.
Like to see Lucas hit a ball to the shortstop, where the shortstop is, or usually is playing, because he's trying to hold on his brother Joe Sparshoe.
Sparshoe lays a bunt down. It's hit back up the middle, bobbled by Nikowski, but the throw over to first will be in time as Sparshoe will get the sacrifice bunt. Runners at second and third for the center fielder, Jake Alepa.
Good bunt there to move the runners over, an obvious bunt situation, and he executed. That's good. So now we need a base hit from Jake to break this one open.
Salazar on deck. Solomon on deck. Pitch fouled off for a strike.
Marble Falls coming in with the infield. They're going to try to cut down the run at home on any ground ball hit to them. Typically, this raises your batting average by about, what does it say, about 200 points?
Pitch from Nikowski swung on and missed for strike two. Alepa quickly in a hole.
What we really need Jake to do is put the ball on the ground or put it over the heads of the infield there. So let's see what he can do.
1-2 the count. The pitch. It's the outside corner. And Alepa caught looking. 2 away. And the Raiders needing to get at least another run home and would like to get both of these home. Keegan Solomon comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single into left field that went under the glove of Trey Gilpin. Solomon will call time and reset. A golden opportunity for Rouse to make things happen. And typically this season they've made things happen with 2 outs. Good pitch outside for ball one.
2 outs has been a golden time for us. So let's see if we can do it again.
Carter Heinrich on deck. Nikowski throwing a lot of pitches in this inning. Solomon takes for ball 2. Let's see, we got a lot of people here in. Coach Mann is in the house. Pitch from Nikowski. See, there you go. He's gone back to that high call right there. Evidently, he likes the high fastball, but does not necessarily care for the high breaking ball. The 2-1 pitch, that gets him on the shoulder. And that will bring up the catcher, Carter Heinrich.
Second hit batter of the inning, right?
Colby Diaz
Yeah.
was hit by a pitch and eventually came home.
So Nikowski is at 41 pitches and not quite out of the second inning.
He's got an inning and 2/3 so far on 41 pitches. Most of them coming in this inning.
Umpire is asking the Rouse dugout to get back into their dugout. I think they're ready for anything right now.
Heinrich is 0 for 1. He popped up infield, then was played by the third baseman, but it was between home and the pitcher's mound.
I'm wondering if Coach Krempine is asking Carter to make Nikowski throw a strike here. No place to put him.
Bases loaded for Carter Heinrich. Pitch down and away. Looked like a really good pitch, but just not getting the call. I tell you, it's
that outside corner is sometimes there, sometimes not. It's a mirage. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not.
well. I mean, at least he's being consistent with both teams on that.
I agree.
Throw to first
Interesting. I'm not sure why
will not be in time. It's the throw to Hudson McBride with Joe Sparshu on deck. Sparshu with some pretty good speed. I mean, not on deck, but at third.
Yeah. That's
Inside pitch for ball 3.
now this is an obvious take situation. 3-0 with, and I hope the count is 3-0 actually, but it's 3-0 with the bases loaded. Carter should just drop the bat.
The 3-0 delivery high and inside for ball 4, and Nikowski walks one in.
Here come the bubbles again.
And the bubbles are in mass
Bubbles are flowing, even into the.
here at Raider Field, and that is going to do it for Nikowski. This is the second mound visit of the inning, which I don't know. That in high school baseball, I don't know that you're required, but he is going to
He's taking the ball.
change, and it looks like McBride is going to go get his glove, and he may be coming in relief of Evan Nikowski. And it looks like Cale Cochran will be replaced by Evan Nikowski.
Doesn't quite close the book on Evan Nikowski, but he leaves with throwing 45 pitches and 22 of them for strikes. He is responsible for all the runners, first, second, and third, bases loaded, so he's responsible for those 3 runners. If any of them should score, it does get charged to him.
So number 22, Hudson McBride, comes on in relief of Evan Nikowski. Rouse has seen Hudson in their previous game.
Yeah, he was the starter, wasn't he?
He was. Number 13, Cale Cochran, moves to first base. And number 12, Evan Nikowski, will move to presumably right field. A great turnout here tonight.
I'm seeing more and more Liberty Hill folks here. It's people are hoping they are hoping for their best, and their best is for a Marble Falls win.
The lights have come on here at Raider Field as the shadows are gone and it's clear skies, wind blowing out of the southwest from right to left. See if we can get an update on the Cedar Park game.
I am going there right now.
It is seeding. Yeah, because they're district co-champions.
So it's at the end of 5. It's Cedar Park 11, Leander 1. So I think
that may be it.
That's probably it. That is it. It's actually
Just
that
went
game
final.
is over. Yep.
So a 10-run rule after 5 is in effect, and Cedar Park is your seeding district champion. They will seed number 1. Leander will seed number 2, Georgetown number 3, and Rouse, if they can take care of business tonight, will clinch the 4th spot. They win tonight, they will finish 9-5 in district. Liberty Hill sits at 8-6. They took care of business versus Glenn in their game versus Friday night.
Yeah, that was a tough game too. They took it was a close game. I think a 1-run game into the last inning. And
McBride from the stretch deals for a ball as Colin Correjo steps to the plate.
Yeah, and in that game it was a pouring down rainstorm, and Liberty Hill ended up scoring, I think, 11 in the last inning to pull out an easy victory.
An inside pitch for ball 2, and I have to be honest, that was a pretty nice-looking pitch. But he just does not like the corners. Pitch in the dirt for ball 3, and McBride in danger of walking his first batter. Colin Correjo reached on a walk back in the first and then got caught in the inning double play.
This is, I'm sure he has a take sign here.
Pitch in for a strike. It was one of those higher pitches.
You just can't swing at that, though. You just cannot swing there. The ball could be teed up, and you still can't swing there. So let's see what he does here.
3-1 the count. The pitch. This is cut on and hit out to left. It's over the head of Atkinson, and this will score Forsell, Solomon, and Walsh.
Colin Correjo got that ball up into the jet stream a little bit, and that ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying. That wind is blowing out to left, and left fielder was fooled.
Correjo with a 3 RBI double. And he will head back to second as McBride steps off. The Raiders have broken this one open and lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the second. Oscar Salazar comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And he tattoos this one out to left. This falls fair. This is going to score Correjo. And Salazar with an RBI double.
Traded places right there. That's great.
And the bubbles are floating at Raider Field again.
That'll bring up number 17, third baseman, Colby Diaz.
The Raiders have taken care of business here in the second. They've put 6 on the board, and that will bring up Colby Diaz, who got things started by being hit by a pitch and came around to eventually score the first Raider run to tie the ball game. The Raiders have done most of this with 2 outs.
Isn't it amazing?
A breaking ball gets the top of the zone, and that's the first curveball that he's called at the top of the zone as a strike.
And again, the left fielder is playing about 10 feet from the fence for Colby.
Little shotty Joe Sparshoe on deck. The 0-1's cut on and missed for strike 2. And I don't know if anybody's leaving yet. Just looking to see if maybe some Liberty Hill folks might be heading out the door, but they're still here. It hits him.
I think he's going to call it a foul ball.
Did he call it a foul ball? It looked like he got his hand.
I think they're going to call that a foul ball. Just based on the sound, they're calling that a foul ball. I think Colby tried to play it off and play it up, but it was a little too late.
Maybe you need a little bit more Hollywood in that and just drop the bat and just shake your hand like it's just in a whole lot of pain. McBride takes a look at Salazar back at second. Nobody holding him on. Pitch down and away for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Roman gives the sign. McBride takes a long look in. Just glances back at second. Salazar headed off to third, and Diaz fouls it off, and that will send Salazar back.
So Salazar had that base stolen, but Colby has to protect there. He has 2 strikes. If Colby thinks that's strike 3, then he's got to swing. So both Oscar and Colby are doing the right thing, doing their good job of it.
McBride spins off and looks Salazar back to second. Becker not really trying to hold him on.
No.
Again, McBride takes that look back, and Salazar doing a little happy dance. This is tattooed, and it could be over the fence.
That's gone. Oh, no.
Oh, and it falls in, but that will be an RBI double for Colby Diaz.
Trading another place. Trading places again. I thought it was gone because Colby bat flipped. Did a little bit of a bat flip there, so.
Looks like you're going to courtesy or a pinch runner for Colby Diaz. And number 55.
I don't have a name on that.
And I will have to go back to.
I believe that's Carson Voigt. Carson Voigt.
Well, let me look, folks. I'll have to wait. No. I should have it here in my handy dandy little book. And let's see.
That's someone that came up.
Rouse.
That's someone. Hold up.
That is in and out of the glove of Trey Gilpin. That will be an E5 that sees Little Shotty down to first base.
The runner came up from JV, so I don't think you have it on your.
So that will be an E5 for Sparshoe. Runners at the corners for Drew Forcell. Forcell, 0 for 0. He walked back in the first. Or actually walked previously this inning. So, and I do look down our roster, and there is no 55.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Carson Voigt out there. Apologies if it's not, but.
Throw down to second. They cut it off in an attempt to pick Voigt off at third.
Called strike right there.
One and one the count to Forcell. Big Shotty on deck. Lucas Sparshoe. One and one the count. The pitch for McBride. Wow, that's the first low pitch. He's called for a strike. And Forcell quickly in a 1-2 count. Just interesting when throughout the course of a game where you see pitches and variations on strikes and balls get called, trying to determine an umpire's strike zone.
Yeah.
And for both of these programs, at both games, the home plate umpire has had significant challenges to determine where that zone is.
Well, you say it a lot nicer than I do, but
Now there's a fastball he's been calling
yep.
as a strike high throughout the game, and that was a perfect example, and he calls it a ball.
So it's inconsistent, but it's inconsistently consistent because it's consistent to both teams.
No, it's
here.
consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, consistent. Well, okay, that's how I want to put it.
Curveball in for a called strike, and Forcell caught looking for the third out of the inning. And that will do it for the Raiders, but I'm going to have to do a little bit of math here, folks. The Raiders score 7 runs on 1, 2, actually on, from what I can count, 3 hits. So they score 7 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2. And after 2 complete, it's Raiders 7, Marble Falls 1. Now I have to adjust my scorebook for the changes of innings.
Oh, we batted around, huh?
Yes, we batted around. Marble Falls pitching faced 12 batters in that inning. They issued 2 walks and a hit batter.
2 hit batters.
Yes, 2 hit batters. You're absolutely right.
Wow.
I scribbled through this up here, is why I didn't see that. 2 hit batters, 2 walks, and the rest of it the Raiders took care of with some timely doubles and
Let's
trade places baseball.
Yep. So let's ride the Daniel train for the rest of this game and get out of it, be done with it. This is 7-1. Just need to throw some strikes and get some outs. Activity in the Marble Falls bullpen right now.
Daniel Lawrence back out to pitch the third. He will face Nail, Carter, and Zamaripa. Nail is 1 for 1 with a single up the middle. Back in the first.
Starting off for Falls, number 7, Luke Nail.
And Norris pitches exclusively from the stretch. If I hadn't mentioned that already, this pitch cut on and hit foul for strike 1.
Good challenge for Daniel and good challenge for Luke. It's a lefty-lefty matchup here. So good pitcher, good hitter.
Norris deals a curveball, belt high.
Beauty.
Not an incredible amount of break. Maybe not a curveball, but more like a slider.
Yeah.
Well, that puts Nail in an 0-2 count. Heinrich sits up on the outside. Breaking ball, cut on and hit back up the middle. Lucas Sparshu has it. The throw over to first pulls Forcell off the bag, and Nail will have an infield hit.
That brings up number 11, Jake Carter.
That will bring up Jake Carter. Carter with a double. And an RBI double at that. doubled to left. This is hit out in right center. Solomon has it and will throw it in to Sparshoe, and that will hold the runners to first and third.
You know, their top half of the lineup is a little dangerous there. I mean,
Andrew Kidhill starting to get loose.
where's he going again? Oh.
That will bring up John Zamaripa. Zamaripa with a single. And then was caught in an ending inning double play. Wow, a big, nasty curveball just does not get the call.
Hmm.
1-0 the count. Norris takes a look over at first. He comes home. This is hit out to center. Alepa makes the catch. They're going to throw it in the middle. That was the right play.
Wow.
You definitely did not want Nail heading for home.
So interesting that Nail did not tag up on that. I think he could have easily tagged up and walked home, but he chose not to. I don't know if it was because the ball was hit so hard or what, but.
Well, I think that might have been out of respect for Jake Alepa's arm.
Very well could be.
Pitch misses outside for a ball. That's the fourth batter of the inning, but it's only like the fifth pitch. Pitch fouled off for a strike, leaving the count 1-1.
Daniel needs to be careful with Luke Nail. He just got 2 or 3 steps. He was kind of timing him on his pitch to home. He may be thinking about trying to steal home or something.
The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball fouled off, and Carter will have to turn around and head back to first. 1-2 the count to Nikowski. Norris comes set. Throw to first.
Him off.
They're looking to try to get Nail to head home and get him to pick off at home.
Yeah, if Drew Forcell doesn't have the ball out of his glove right away on that play, he really needs to eat it, and that's exactly what he did. Otherwise, he throws it in the left field. And
yeah, it was
maybe 2-run score on that. So
yeah, it was a heads-up play. Obviously, they were trying to get Nail. They weren't so much concerned with Carter.
Right.
Swing and a miss, and that will do it for Nikowski. 2 away with 2 on for Isaiah Roman. Roman with a stand-up double.
Need to be careful here. Got to be careful. Roman obviously hit the ball pretty well last time, and just need to feed him a bunch of curveballs, I guess.
Coach issuing directions to Alepa to take a few steps back. Breaking ball. Wow.
Just missed up top. Man.
Tell you
Very
what.
close. Very close.
Consistently inconsistent. A 1-0. This is tattooed and hit down the left or the third base line and goes foul. That will even the count up at 1. One pitch, fastball gets the
Okay, now
fastball misses the outside corner.
I wanted that one now.
Well, you and me too. You and me both, brother.
I think Jake Alepa was called out on that one. So
well, It's just, you don't want to play your broadcast with that kind of negativity, but it just does make it hard. This is hit to left. This will be a single, and that will score nailed. Runners at second and third. I mean, at first and second.
First and third.
Thank you. That's what I meant. It's not what I said. First and third for Trey Gilpin. Gilpin struck out his first appearance. Throw to first. Not in the glove of, or it's in and out of the glove of Drew Forsell, who would have easily had Roman picked off. Norris comes set. Roman extending his lead a little bit. Pitch high and outside for ball one. We're here in the top of the third. Raiders leading this one 7-2 over Marble Falls. Raiders doing significant damage back in the second inning.
There we go.
Fastball in for a strike. And that will even the count up at one.
There we go. That's what I like to see. Strike.
The 1-1 delivery. This is cut on and hit foul for strike two. Cale Cochran on deck. One ball, two strikes for Trey Gilpin. Norris calls time and wants to have a word with Heinrich.
You know, you got to be absolutely positive that he's calling whatever pitch. You cannot cross up your catcher right here with runner on third. If you do that, you're possibly giving them a run. And quite honestly, it's 7-2. 7-3 is in the high school game. It's not overwhelming.
Norris comes set. He deals a slider across the plate, and you can see the obvious frustration in his face.
Yeah, Daniel's upset with that one. That ball was over the plate.
It was a very good pitch. No, he counted it a ball. It's a 2-2 count. This is cut on and hit out to right. Keegan Solomon over, makes the catch. And that will do it for the Marble Falls third. They get one run on two hits. They leave two. On to the bottom of the third we go. Raiders leading this one 7-2. I'm looking to see. I'm hearing across the PA that we've got some alumni in the house. I was trying to see if I can see any familiar faces. I do see Mark Hooper over there. It looks like Jaime Caro is here.
Right there. Who's that? Anybody? Can you recognize him?
I recognize the face. His face is familiar.
You know, as we get deeper and deeper into the season, all these college students come back because they're done with their classes now.
Right.
So we should see more and more.
Due up for the Raiders in the third. Lucas Sparshoe, Jake Alepa, and Keegan Solomon. it's always, baseball and fishing are kind of alike. You never have a bad day of baseball, or at least I don't. I understand that you may not get the outcome that you want, but it's always fun to be at the game and experience the atmosphere of playing baseball. And
beats the heck out of a lot of other things to be doing.
I mean, I can say that because from the long history of Rouse, there has been some ugly baseball that has been played, and
yes,
I have witnessed that and have called that.
Pre-Coach Krempine years,
Right.
not trying to get on the other coach that was here,
Yeah.
but pre-Coach Krempine years, there
Some
was some meager seasons.
Pitch down and away for ball one. As Lucas Sparshoe stands at the plate. And that coach that Mr. Kidhill refers to would be Paul Cochran, the first coach that Rouse had from its inaugural year in 2008. That pitch in for a strike. Coach Cochran replaced by Chad Krempine, who left Salado to come coach your Rouse Raiders. Pitch by McBride, a curveball, in for a strike and a delayed strike call. Sparshoe in a 1-2 count.
That was a good pitch. That was a good strike. Good curveball right there.
This pitch cut on and hit out to left center. That is going to fall in. That will be a stand-up double for Big Shotty, as Atkinson and Nail, neither one could get to that, as he hit it straight through the gap.
Yeah, he got that up again. There's a jet stream going out that way, and he got it up in the air and one-hopped it to the fence. So,
and for the third straight inning, the Raiders have gotten their leadoff on board. That will bring up the center fielder, Jake Alepa. Alepa 0 for 1. He was caught looking back in the second. Keegan Solomon on deck. Alepa shows bunt. He lays it down the first base line. He's thrown out as the first baseman covered that. That would be Cale Cochran.
Great bunt.
And
got the runner over. Perfect.
That was played by the second baseman, so that will go 3-4 on the put out at first. On the sack bunt.
Got the runner over. That's what you want to do. You want to get Keegan up here and have Keegan hit a long fly ball.
And pitch from McBride. In for a called strike.
That's a decent curveball right there.
That was a 12-6 curveball.
Yeah.
It's more of a kind of a rainbow type pitch. It's really high and then drops over the plate. Pitch high and inside for ball one. That will even the count 1-1.
The outfielders are still playing deep, and they have to. With the wind blowing the way it is, balls are still getting over their head.
Pitch outside and bounces in front of Roman.
Actually, a really good play right here for Keegan Solomon would be a ground ball to the shortstop. And you say, why would that be? Because you get the run home. Shortstop's playing back. They're giving you the run. You take it. When they're giving you the run, you always take the run.
Pitch misses low for ball 3.
Either shortstop or the second baseman. Honestly, the first baseman's not going to throw out anybody either. So, ground ball here scores a run.
Any way you look at it.
Get it past the pitcher. That's all you have to do.
Pitch by McBride. It bounces away from Gilpin, and this will score. And that was another wicked hit down the third baseline by Keegan Solomon. He will pick up the RBI single.
that ball was smoked. So, I nothing really the third baseman could do. He was on his knee and backhand side, tough. All right, the pitch, fastball, ball one. Let's see what, see how McBride can do. Checks the runner over at first base. Keegan Solomon takes his lead. He comes set. Ball's drilled, but very foul for strike one. McBride is getting the sign right now. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for ball two. 2-1's a count. Two and one's a count.
McBride throws over to first, and Solomon easily back in. Well, thanks for covering me for that one, Steve.
Yeah, no problem.
I thought I had an emergency call from my wife. She knows it's baseball night tonight. But it is.
Gotta answer those.
It is a Monday, and so I thought there was an emergency. Throw down the second will not be in time as Roman throws third base side of the bag and allows Solomon to get in. Had it been to the first base side of the bag, he would have been out. But
I don't know what that pitch was. I think I saw that he was saying it's 1 and 2, but
well, I have 3 and 1. This one hit foul.
There are definitely 2 strikes now.
And
I don't know how many balls are.
I've got a full count. We'll see what he has. So at any rate, it is a Monday. We don't typically play on Mondays.
True.
And my wife closes on Monday nights at her store, and so she forgot.
Oh, yeah.
So glad to say there's.
Well, that's okay.
There's no emergency.
Glad there's no emergency, and glad she's okay.
The payoff pitch. This is popped up, shallow left field. The shortstop over makes the catch, and Carter will retire Heinrich. 2 away for the designated hitter, Colin Correjo.
Yeah, Colin got into one last time, and let's see if he can do that again. 2 outs is the magic number for us, seems like all season long, so see if he can trade places or better with Keegan Solomon over at second.
Raiders leading this one 8-2. McBride will spin off and look Solomon back to the bag.
Yeah, that spin-off is okay. It's just when the first pitcher Marble Halls had, that was a balk. But
wow. Pitch outside for a strike.
I love that. Pitch outside for a strike. Oh. Caught the right-handed batter's box.
0-1. This is tattooed.
Nice.
This is going to go into left field. Solomon rounds first. The throw is cut off for home. And Correjo has an RBI single. And that's exactly where you were wanting to see the hit go through the gap there where the short was playing close to the second base.
It's just a fantastic piece of hitting right there. And, I think that Colin recognized, look at that big hole right there where the shortstop should be. Let me hit a ground ball right there. And it's just great baseball.
Oscar Salazar at the plate. He takes for ball 1. Hudson McBride takes a look over at Creo at first. And he comes home. A swing and a miss from Salazar for strike 2. Or strike 1. That will even the count.
I was just putting strike 2. I thought I missed it.
No, I made a mistake in looking at Colin Correjo's count and was going to put a tick mark next to his strike, so that's why it was. But it's an even count at 1.
1-1. That's what I have. Okay.
Colby Diaz on deck. McBride from the stretch. He takes a look over. He comes home. This is cut on and hit foul down the third base side.
Coach Krempine wanted nothing to do with that ball. Didn't
No,
even
he
attempt
didn't.
at it. Man.
And I think he's maybe a little frustrated with Correjo looking at their body language. I think he
Yeah.
was supposed to
Steal.
yes, make a steal attempt on that. So he's like, come on, let's go. One and two, the count to Salazar. This is hit for a fair ball down the third baseline. And this will see Correjo to third and Salazar with a stand-up double.
Creo was going on the pitch and easily made third base. Oops. Easily made third base. So.
And Coach is probably a little frustrated because he could see Correjo being another run right now.
Yeah, because if he would have stolen that first base, that not first base.
Well, we say that.
Base,
He fouled it off, so he would have ended up
you're
going
right.
back. So
You're right.
it wasn't nothing. We're just philosophizing up here, and
you know what they say, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts,
we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what Mr. Thetford used to say back at Godley. Diaz takes for ball 1. Mr. Thetford, an old school principal back at Godley High School, where I graduated from. Godley, a small town in north central Texas, 30 miles southwest of Fort Worth. We actually had more dairy cattle than we had population. Pitch in the dirt and bounces away for ball 2.
I was not expecting that. Dairy cattle.
I did. I milked my fair share of cows growing up.
Oh, my.
Worked for Roden Dairy. We milked around 450 head of cows.
Daily.
Daily. Twice daily.
Twice daily. Oh,
Yep.
my.
Swing and a miss from Diaz for strike 1.
Diaz took a mighty cut right there. I think he might be thinking hitting the broken scoreboard, making the scoreboard even more broken.
Godley at that time was a 1A class school, and we had basketball, football, track, golf, and tennis, and that was pretty much the extent of our athletics. It wasn't until after I graduated that they actually started a baseball team.
Oh, my.
And right now, from what I understand, they're actually state ranked in the 4A classification.
What was their mascot?
The Wildcat.
The Wildcat. All
Godley
right.
Wildcats. Ball 4. And that will load them for Little Shotty. Sparshoe is 1 for 1. He has a single and he reached on an error. Bases are loaded, and this is a hard-hitting young man right here. He can really hit this ball.
There he goes.
And he tattoos this, hits it over to Gilpin. The throw to second will be in time, and that will do it. It was kind of in and out of the glove and questionable if he was going to be able to make the play. That'll be a fielder's choice from Joe Sparshoe and a force out at second. That will go 5-4 on the putout of Colby Diaz. And that will do it for the Raider third. But the Raiders pick up 2 on 3 hits, and they leave 2. Actually leave 1. No, they leave 2. Yeah, the bases were loaded.
All right, looks like we have a pitching change now. Andrew Kithill is coming to the mound.
All right, well, this is the time for Dad to get a little nervous. Probably not so much. Rouse leading this one 8-2, so it's just want to see him do well and close the door and give him another opportunity as a senior to pitch at home. And
yeah, he's gotten a lot of home games this year, a lot more than Daniel has, but he just he's coming in to close this thing out.
Due up for the Mustangs in the fourth, Cochran, Atkinson, and Becker. Andrew looking to get a strikeout versus Marble Falls to kind of get that bad taste out of his mouth.
That'd be nice.
Again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. And we'd like to give a big shout out to New Jersey and Philadelphia.
Here we have Rouse Raider fans there.
And we've got Rouse Raider fans in Michigan.
And Michigan.
And Marble Falls.
And Marble Falls and South Carolina.
South Carolina.
All over the place.
Again, we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in and watching Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. Glad to have you with us and be a part of this, and hopefully Rouse can close this one out, and we will continue on in the playoffs.
Big key here is for Andrew to get out of the first inning.
First
inning.
And so this is something you might want to take the opportunity to look up, is who we will be facing in the playoffs in that fourth spot.
Got that, yeah.
Kid Hill deals for a strike, and that's a good start.
That's best pitch in baseball is strike one, right?
That's it.
Come on now.
Cochran
Yep.
is 0 for 1, and he takes for strike 2.
This has got to be tough for the Marble Falls Mustangs.
The 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball. Wow.
And
that's up in the zone that he likes it.
yeah, Daniel and Andrew are completely different pitchers. I mean, one's left-handed, one's right-handed.
Swing and a foul tip, and Cochran able to stay alive.
And the differences don't just end there. I mean, one's a breaking ball pitcher and works off the breaking ball, where Daniel works off the breaking ball, where Andrew works kind of off his fastball.
Another breaking ball misses for strike or for ball 2, and that will even the count up at 2.
Needs to come right at him. Yep.
Fastball in for strike 3 as Cochran caught looking. For the first out, and that will bring up Bryce Atkinson. Atkinson 1 for 1. He singled back in the second. Fastball high and inside.
He doesn't want to hit.
Brushes him back off the plate for a ball. He didn't want none of that.
He doesn't want any of that.
Definitely did not want that. Fastball.
Oh, come on.
Right down the middle for ball 2.
Misses right down the middle, knee high. Okay.
The 2-0 pitch, fastball high and inside, and I see Mr. Atkinson. He's like, my gosh, I'm glad I didn't get hit by that. He's kind of backed off that line just a little bit. Breaking ball.
I think Andrew's
upstairs for ball 4.
He's a little. I think that pitch was a little frustration coming out. So he needs to get a little composed and get these batters.
1 on with 1 out for the leadoff, Jake Becker. Becker's 0 for 2. He struck out and popped up to second. Kid Hill from the stretch. He comes set. Fastball in the dirt, gets behind Heinrich. The throw down to second will not be in time as Atkinson able to get there in time. And we'll pick up the stolen base.
Deep breath. Take a deep breath. I will as well.
This is hit out towards left center. Salazar over makes the catch, and that will retire Becker.
Number 7, Luke now.
2 away, and that will bring up the center fielder, Luke Nail. Nail is 2 for 2. A single up the middle. Both times. This one is fouled off on a pitch that was down and away.
This is a matchup you're going to see next year when Wharton plays Blinn. Luke Nail going to Blinn and Andrew Kithill going to Wharton County Junior College.
Fastball misses low for a ball. That will even the count up at 1. Slider inside, and that's had some big nasty to it.
That was a good pitch.
1 and 2 is Nail. There was just nothing he could do. He swung at a pitch that wasn't his pitch. Kithill comes set. He takes a look at Atkinson.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and that will do it for the Marble Falls 4th. As Kithill gets his 2nd strikeout of the inning. No runs on no hits, 1 left on. After 3.5, it's 8-2 Rouse.
I've got 9-2.
Oh, you got 9-2. Okay,
I've
who
got
did
9-2.
I miss? Hold on. Let me make sure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9. You're right. Okay. 9-2, Rouse. Thank you for that correction.
I shy away from correcting you.
No.
And the reason why
I definitely,
do that is because
I definitely need that.
99% of the time you are correct.
Well, that
Makes you a Hall of Famer.
Oh, now it's getting deep. I should have worn my boots. Now I got these short socks on. I'm kind of nervous about what I'm stepping in here. Not buying what you're selling, and I'm not smelling what you're stepping in.
I have a lot of people that would say differently.
Oh, my goodness.
Agree with me. So.
Hudson McBride back out to pitch the 4th, the Raider half of the 4th. Due up for the Raiders in the 4th. Forsell, Sparshoe. Wait a minute. Yes, Forsell, Sparshoe, and Aleppa. Just wanted to make sure I was right on that.
You got is this no, it's the top of the 5th, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's the bottom of the 4th.
Sorry, bottom
of the 4th.
My fault.
There we go.
Okay.
See, I didn't catch you in that. You caught yourself.
I get all.
You did well. See, that's why you are the one and only Steve Kithill.
The one and only that tries to keep the scoreboard up to date.
And you do a good job of that. The first baseman, Drew Forsell, will come to the plate. He has a walk, and he's been caught looking. Looking for a little redemption here versus Hudson McBride. McBride deals. This one is hit.
Get out of here.
Deep out to left. This could be trouble, and it's to the bottom of the fence. I mean, it hit the bottom of the fence. A stand-up double. Leadoff double for Drew Forsell, and the Raiders have put yet another leadoff on board. They have every inning tonight so far. You should call him Big Shotty. Say big shotties at the plate. There you go. That's the girl. Lucas Sparshoot comes to the plate. He had a stand-up double his first time up, or his second time up. Sacrifice bunt his first time up. That one foul tipped and hit out of play.
So take a look at the left fielder for Marble Falls now. I mean, he can touch the fence.
He can. He is way back there. Showing a lot of respect to these Rouse hitters. But that also leaves a big, huge gap between short and left. Pitch down and away for ball one. That'll even the count up.
I mean, he's 5 feet from the fence. I've never seen a left fielder play that deep. Wow.
Pitch gets the outside corner for strike two. That was a good pitch from McBride.
That was a pitcher's pitch, yep.
Yeah, it really was. He
Got
painted that one nice, and it's something this umpire hasn't given. He doesn't like giving the corners.
No, he's not giving the corners.
A spin off and throw back to second. Not in time as Forcell dives back in. Ryan Galloway on deck. And he will be pinch hitting for Jake Alepa. Sparshoe hits this one foul down the third baseline.
Not much Lucas Sparshoe could do with that pitch other than hit it
yeah,
foul, but if he lets it go, that's probably called strike three. So
It was in at the hands, just above the hands on the thin part of the bat.
good fight. Good battle there.
1-2 pitch, down and away, and that pitch could have gone either way.
Yeah, you never know. I'm just waiting for the umpire to raise his arm. But
And punch him out, but it's hard to judge his strike zone. It just seems to fluctuate. This has popped up. It could be trouble.
Wind is going to
Trey Gilpin tracks it
That's gonna be
and
tough. Yeah.
was unable to make that catch. He lost it in the lights, but a great attempt
Foul ball.
by Gilpin.
Yeah, that's a very difficult play, and the wind is going to blow that thing all over the place.
And it
So,
did. It did.
yeah.
He looked like he was tracking it really well, and then because where it was coming down, he had to look right up into the lights. So a great athletic attempt by Gilpin, and unfortunately could not make the catch. The 2-2 pitch. This is cut on and hit a high fly ball out to left. This falls in front of Atkinson. And the throw not in time as Sparshoe dives under the tag.
So that has everything to do with the left fielder playing as deep as he was. There is no chance for the left field. I mean, that's a can of corn for the left fielder typically, but he is playing that deep that he couldn't get to the ball. I also think he may have lost that in the lights as well, just because there was just no jump from the left fielder at all.
May have had, and that's
Good hustle by Big Shotty to get to second base on that.
runners at second and third for Ryan Galloway. He fouls this one off.
I have no outs. Is that
That is correct.
okay?
Ryan Galloway pinch hitting for Jake Alepa. But doubt very seriously that he will be playing center field. Pitch misses for ball one.
So that very well could have been a strike, but it looks like the catcher got crossed up. Was expecting a fastball, got a curveball, still caught it, but catcher looked very wonky.
Pitch misses low for ball two. 2-1 the count to Ryan Galloway. Raiders so far through 2 games versus Marble Falls have put 27 runs on the board.
Whew.
Actually, no, 28.
28. rate. Yeah, 19 and 9.
19 and 9.
That'll hurt an ERA.
Keegan Solomon on deck. McBride from the stretch and tattoos this one out to right center. This will fall in. This is going to score 1, and Drew Forsell will come to the plate. Ryan Galloway with an RBI single.
So the runners had to hold up there because we weren't sure if the ball was going to get caught. And if the ball gets caught there, then they obviously are looking to tag up and score. But ball did fall, and Ryan Galloway gets to first base.
We got storms coming in. Well, how about that? Imagine that, more rain. So I think this would probably be an official game, counted as an official game after 4 innings. I believe is correct.
I don't know. I don't know the rule on it.
I believe that is correct.
Okay.
Quote me on that. This is hit back up the middle, bad hop, and this will get Solomon. And that will go 4-3 on the hop.
The ball was hit right off the end of the bat and had a lot of English on it.
It did.
Got
and
past the pitcher, but the second baseman came up. Is that Jake Becker? Jake
Runners-
Becker came up and made a good play on it.
Runners at second and third for Carter Heinrich with 1 out. Heinrich takes for a ball.
I do see I have my radar up on my phone, and I do see the storm coming. It looks like it's actually going to hit Marble Falls before it hits us, so we may get a dusting of rain.
McBride comes set. He deals a fastball. This is popped up infield. Gilpin makes the catch, and that will do it for Heinrich.
Some people may ask for an infield fly there. That is not an infield fly because the force was
There
not
was no
there.
force in play.
There's no force in play. And so if there's a force in play, that would definitely be an infield fly. But,
With 1 out. If
with
there were
1 out.
2 outs, then it would not be, obviously.
Correct. Yeah.
Colin Correjo will come to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a walk, a double, and a single. This is hit back up the middle. This could be trouble. Throw over to first. Will be in time, and Carter plays it. That will go 6-3 on the putout of Correjo. And fortunately, he did not break an ankle going over first base. But the Raiders get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2. After 4 complete, it's 10-2 Rouse. Cedar Park has sewn up the number 1 seed for District 25 5A by beating Leander. I believe it was 11-1 after 5 innings, a run rule. So they will represent 25 5A as the district champion. Although, much like Rouse and Georgetown did in Coach Crimpine's first year, they were district co-champions. Rouse played as the district champion in the playoffs.
Honestly, I think Leander got the better of the deal of that whole thing. They go up and they end up playing a little bit easier task, a little bit easier playoff run. Cedar Park would, in the 3rd round, if they make it to the 3rd round, they may have to play Rouse again.
Oh, goodness.
It would be Rouse or New Braunfels Canyon. And so if Rouse wins here, they will play New Braunfels Canyon in I believe, a 3-game series. It can start either Thursday, Friday. It can start Thursday. It can be played Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right, and usually in the playoffs, those games go home and home.
And they go home and home, and then
And then the back, whoever is like, okay, they're the number 1 seed playing the number 4 seed. So you would play the first game there, the second game at Rouse, and then if a third game was necessary, you would play back at Canyon.
pay back at Canyon, yeah.
Leading off,
Go ahead.
the 5th for Marble Falls will be Jake Carter. And he takes for ball 1.
The big lead here, you want to throw strikes and just get outs. So put the ball over the plate.
So it'll be interesting to see this series of start. Did I just see a lightning flash?
I hope not.
I hope not. Pitch is fouled off. And I've got a 2-1 count on Jake Carter.
Interesting. I think the umpire is just giving Carter Heinrich some time. Yep, I think so. Foul ball off the catcher. Very nice courtesy right there to give him just a little bit of time to shake it off. Oh,
Some little high cheese
Beauty.
that Carter chases after that was up about his eyeballs. Nowhere near the strike zone, but he chases after it for strike 2. 2-2 the count.
yep. There
And
we
he
go.
gets caught looking on an outside fastball. He doesn't argue it. He knows it. So he turns around and heads back to the dugout. And Kithill picks up his 3rd strikeout.
Something about that baseball. I did see lightning.
Number 14, John Zamaripa. And Coach Mann is here. I don't see anybody. Usually they have a lightning detector that tells us we need to shut down, and haven't seen that yet.
Well, I can tell you this: if lightning's anywhere near us, I'm not going to be around this electronic equipment. It's just kind of a thing that I have.
Right, yeah, it's something about lightning.
And I'm not going to be in this press
The
box.
1-0 pitch down and away for ball 2.
There it was again.
So no officials have called it as of yet.
Oh, nice pitch.
Check swing, and he holds up but takes for a strike. 2-1 the count to John Zamaripa. He's 0 for 2. Or actually, no, he's 1 for 2. A single and a fly out to center. Strike 2, and that will even the count up at 2. Evan Nikowski on deck.
That's just
Breaking ball cut on and missed. He pulls out the big nasty for strike 3. And Kithill doing work.
There we go.
That will bring up Evan Nikowski. He lined out to second base and started the beginning of an inning double play. A pop-up to right field. Keegan Solomon.
Keegan doesn't see it. He never saw it.
He lost it.
Ah,
And so they lose it in the lights. And there's no error on the play.
that's a
and
double. That's
that will be
clean
a double for Evan Nikowski on an easily playable ball, but evidently just lost it in the lights.
Can of corn, but
And
no,
sometimes
that
it's
happens.
not
And it
it's
just
not
happens.
necessarily that you lose it in the lights, but you look up into the lights and then it burns your retina and you see spots.
Yep.
And so that will bring up Isaiah Roman.
Roman
Keep
Roman's
doing it.
Roman's
He's
been
2
hot.
for 2 with a single and a double. A swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 the count. 1 on with 2 outs.
There we go.
Pitch in for a strike. A nice slider out of the hand of Andrew Kidhill. And it was Isaiah Roman down in a
I think Andrew
0-2 count.
I think he's trying to get the pace up because he sees the weather coming in. He wants to move. Let's keep going.
Roman calls time, and his pitch cut on, and Kidhill will take it himself and step on the bag. That will go 1-U on the putout of Roman. And the more lightning we see, the more we could expect
I think
the
they're gonna
game
call
to
it.
be postponed, or the umpires are going to call the ball game, and that's going to be it. So we'll look at the sign here in just a second to see what they do. Looks like they're going to the baseline.
Looks to me like, I mean, we have people scrambling. Most of the people in
So I guess the Marble Falls coach was wondering what was going on as Rouse was, I guess.
That's it, game. I think
Well,
it's
no, the umpire hasn't officially called yet. We got some players that are wanting to call it. And fans are starting to head for the gates.
Is it raining out there?
Due up for the Raiders. In the 5th. And let me go through here. Salazar, Diaz, and Sparshoe. Hudson McBride back out on the mound to pitch for the Mustangs. And again, more lightning. It is an official game after 4 innings, so if the umpires were to call it.
Well, there's no way. If Marble Falls is a long, what is it, 45 miles to Marble Falls?
Right.
So there's no way they're going to come back tomorrow and resume this. I would think they would just call it if or we would go into a major lightning delay of some sort.
And we've had that happen before, but right now, Marble Falls does not have any playoff aspirations. They are not even in the picture frame. The only one that would have that would be Liberty Hill.
Looking at this radar here, it just looks to me like it's not going to hit us. It's going to come close, but it's not going to hit us.
Salazar takes for a strike. McBride gets the sign from Roman. And he deals. This one is hit foul, and I mean, he hammers it.
Hammered it. Yep.
Had it been fair, that might have been close to the fence. It looks like, I think maybe they have somebody, they've made a defensive change out at left, I think.
He's still playing pretty deep.
He is playing pretty deep. McBride deals outside for ball 1.
I've got a 1-1 count.
Do you? I have a 1. Yeah, that's right. 1-1 count.
Okay.
I don't know why I had 2 on there. 1-1 the count to Salazar. This is hit out towards center. Luke Nail over makes the catch, and that will do it. Colby Diaz makes his way to the plate. Diaz has been hit by a pitch. He's doubled and walked. First pitch offering down and away for ball one.
You know, I always wonder, and he didn't do it there, but I always wondered if weather is coming in, if that affects the mind of an umpire and he expands his strike zone a little bit to get the game moving.
And this one is hit out to shallow right center or left center, and it's just beyond the outstretched glove of Luke Nail and will fall in for a single. And great diving effort by Nail. He's very athletic. That will bring up the senior hitting for Joe Sparshoe, Brian Templeton. Templeton's first bat of the night as he faces Hudson McBride. He chops on this one and sends it out to left field. Atkinson over and makes the catch.
Two outs. We got it right where
That
we
will
got
be
him.
F7
Right
on
where
the
we want
put
him.
out of Brian Templeton for out number 2. And it looks like we have Jackson Warren. Let me see the Marble Falls lineup.
You know, Jackson Warren actually leads the team in batting average. I believe he's batting at .500 for the season right now. So, fantastic season for him.
Warren takes for ball one. And it's good the Raiders have put themselves in a position here where they can let some seniors have some time at the plate and get involved in the game.
Yeah, that's important.
1-0 the count, the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike, and that is exactly what it was. Lucas Sparshoe on deck. Pitch misses inside for ball 2, a breaking pitch.
I thought that one could have gone either way.
Lightning dancing around us, but evidently not setting off any alarms. Pitch in for a strike. And that will even the count at 2 for Jackson Warren. Well, 2-2, that gets to the backstop, and that will see Colby Diaz move down to second. Warren works at full.
Come on, Jackson, swing for the rooftops here.
And I'm not sure, but I think that may be James Hunt on deck. The payoff pitch misses high for ball 4.
James Hunt. Yes, James Hunt.
And Warren picks up a walk. Hunt, typically a PO, gets an opportunity to have an at-bat. Batting from the left side. One of 2 of Rouse's left-handed batters. He takes for ball 1.
Yeah, Rouse just doesn't have the left-handed batter gene going here. Just 2.
Jake Alepa on deck. Hunt lays off for ball 2. You can tell him. You can tell him Michael Francis said so. 2-0 the count to Hunt. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Well, pop up hit out to the foul territory. This will fall harmlessly safe. And Hunt will get another swing of the bat. 2-1 the count for James Hunt. Now I'm starting to hear a little rumble.
That's just my stomach.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, that's
Man,
not my stomach.
That's a pretty good one. So in the event that it does start pouring down and lightning, we will shut down pretty quickly. So our goodbyes will be brief. Hunt hits this one out to right. This will fall in for a base hit. The throw home will not be in time as Diaz slides under the tag. And James Hunt has an RBI single.
Now batting number 6, center fielder, Jake Alepa.
So here's the importance of that run on third base. If that run scores, the game is over with a 10-run rule after 5 innings. So it is important, and it would be nice to get out of this.
So if Alepa can do that right here, he takes for ball 1 on a pitch down and away. Raiders can take care of business and seal it right here if Alepa can score an RBI. Swing and a miss for a strike. Raiders with 2 outs and 2 on. Runners at second and third.
A lot of lightning.
Pitch down in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike count to Jake Alepa. Keegan Solomon on deck. Jackson Warren 90 feet away from sealing this game. A swing and a miss for strike 2. That evens the count, 2-2.
Put the ball in play, Jake. Come on.
The 2-2 pitch. Pitch down and away for ball 3, and the count works full.
Let's go, Jake.
Payoff pitch coming up. The 3-2. This is hit foul down the third base side. And Alepa breathes life yet.
He's another long at bat for Alepa.
Feel some of that cool air. Again, the payoff pitch. Alepa gets a piece of it and stays alive. And the more this goes, the more it typically favors the batter. Again, the payoff pitch high and inside for ball 4.
McBride looked a little defeated there. He kind of gave in.
Well, he's thrown quite a few pitches. I'm sure he's pretty tired.
Yeah, his pitch count's at 88 right now.
And he didn't even start the game.
He didn't start the game, no.
Okay, now their coach is giving them some sign and telling them to move over to the outfielders and play in. Keegan Solomon comes to the plate. He's 2 for 4. He takes for ball 1. He has scored twice and been hit by a pitch.
Oh, that was his pitch.
That was the pitch he'd want. He takes for strike 1. That will even the count 1-1.
Meaty fastball. Man. Honestly, if he finds outfield grass with the ball, if he can put it into the outfield grass, the game is over.
1-1 pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 2. Well, a big second inning really opened things up for the Raiders, as they scored 7 in that inning and have scored 4 since. None in the or 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Pitch gets the outside corner for a strike, and that will even the count up at 2. Here in the shatter, they got their hats out.
They know the importance of that run on third.
The 2-2 pitch. Oh, I can't believe that Marble Falls would think that that was a strike.
Ball was high.
That was way high. But, I mean, to be fair, he's been calling high strikes, so
yeah, you never know.
You never know. And so they may have been relying on that. Pitch, this is cut on, and I mean it is a rainbow shot foul.
That's going to bring rain.
And that works the count full.
That was my dad pun of the day.
Bases loaded in a 3-2 count with 2 outs here in the 5th. The pitch, this is cut on and hit foul.
That was.
Oh, that was as close as you could get, about 6 inches foul.
Yeah, I was going to say 6 to 12 inches foul, but it was foul. It was the correct call. I'll give the umpire that. But man, that was
that Raider dugout emptied as they were going to celebrate the walk-off. At this point, that's what it would be.
Yeah, it is.
If they could just get Jackson Warren to cross the plate.
This is, yeah, he has no place to go, full count, so runner should be going. 3-2, 2 outs.
So it's either climatic or it's anticlimactic, depending on what Hudson McBride does here, as he was very close to a balk.
A walk-off balk.
And that would be as anticlimactic as they come.
I almost don't want that called.
The payoff pitch from McBride, again fouled off. And
man, he just.
Keegan Solomon chopping wood up there.
The umpire has no baseballs. There it goes. Ball coming in, play.
And again, it's the full count and a payoff pitch. As your little league coaches would say, base hit ball 4. Let's go. The payoff pitch low for ball 4, and that should do it.
Raiders going to the playoffs. There we go.
Yeah, it depends. The umpire just called it. Ball game. That's 10 runs. And the Raiders have clinched the 4th spot in District 25 5A by taking care of business and beating the Marble Falls Mustangs 12-2 in 5 innings due to a joint effort by Andrew Kidhill and Daniel Norris. Norris picks up his 8th win of the season versus Marble Falls. And what a great job of Rouse taking care of business tonight. You know, they've put themselves on the ropes several times throughout the season, Steve, and it's been hard as a Rouse fan to be on that emotional roller coaster.
As a Rouse fan, as a Rouse parent.
It was a Rouse parent, and
boy, oh boy, this season has worn me out.
And of course, I'm a Rouse alumni parent.
And you're a Rouse alumni parent, yeah.
I've had 2 kids come through the baseball program. And, you know, just like we mentioned, we've seen all baseball come through Rouse. We've had some very good years and of recent and very poor years on the early history of Rouse. And Coach Crimpine has clinched a playoff berth every season he's been here.
I was going to say it's either his 4th or 5th, right?
Right, yeah.
I think it's his 5th. Fourth.
Fourth,
because COVID.
as he came on board. I want to say it was 2016 when he came on board. Coach Crimpine our Coach Cochran was replaced removed in 2015, and Coach Crimpine was the coach for 2016.
So he's always made the playoffs. The only thing that's been able to stop him is a pandemic, COVID.
Right.
And honestly, that year probably might have been his best team that he could have put forward. So, but that's a shame, and we'll move on from here. This is
right.
Good. This is good news. We will play New Braunfels Canyon for the bi-district championship.
Right, and we will know and may know from Coach Crimpine here tonight when that series will begin. I actually look for it to possibly begin either this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or
if I were to guess, I think it's going to start Friday. Yeah. It's going to go Friday and then a doubleheader on Saturday.
Right.
So
we'll see how that goes. You can keep up with Raider baseball, like we mentioned, if you hit like and subscribe and then hit the notification bell. You should see when Rouse get that notification for Rouse's next ball game. If not, you can follow SHN Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can give myself a follow at Michael_Francis on Twitter, or you can follow Steve Kidhill at S Kidhill.
Kithil. Yep. So, good stuff. I'm glad we're going to the playoffs. Whew, finally.
Finally. You got that one taken care of. You know, we had options where we tied just with 3 games left that 4 teams really kind of tied for first place.
Absolutely,
and, determining how that fell out. Well, Leander and Cedar Park took care of business, and they were co-district champions. Georgetown secured the 3rd place finish in the district, and Rouse secures the 4th tonight.
Awesome.
So Liberty Hill disappointed on the outcome of this game, as they were hoping for a play-in and able to get into the playoffs in a play-in game versus Rouse.
Liberty Hill had a great season, though. I mean, they were a 20-win season that didn't make they were a 20-win team that didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
Unbelievable.
And 3 of the 4 teams in the playoffs out of District 25-5A are 20-game winners. The only one, and being the co-district champion at, I believe, 18-5 was Leander.
Yeah, actually, I've got Leander at 19-12.
19-12. Well, I was going by Texas high school baseball.
Oh yeah, so 19-12 on the year, and that's fantastic. That's a fantastic year for both Leander. Liberty Hill ended the season at 20-11-1. Usually 20 is a magic number. You're gonna make the playoffs with it,
but you've got so many good teams in District 25-5A, and it was a gauntlet all the way through, down to the wire, to determine who was going to be the district champion, and even make it into the playoffs. So,
good deal.
Good deal. The happy final tonight: Rouse 12, Marble Falls 2. Daniel Norris gets the win, and
I don't think
Evan Nikowski
Oh, yeah.
gets the loss for Marble Falls.
I don't think Andrew gets a save on that or anything.
No,
like
he
that.
was not
It's
in. It was not a save situation. Anytime it's a save situation, the tying run has to come to the plate.
Sure.
But that was not the case tonight. So Rouse gets the W, and we go to the playoffs. So as I mentioned, you can give Steve Kidhill a follow on Twitter, or give myself a follow, or SHN a follow on Twitter, and you'll be able to keep up with the latest goings on of when Rouse will be playing. But our guess is that it may be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or we may see a game on Friday and then a doubleheader on Saturday. So if that's the case, most likely the Friday game would be here at Rouse, and then you would get the doubleheader at Canyon on Saturday.
Correct, with them being the number 1 seed out of the
Right.
26.
So they would most likely get the advantage and have a doubleheader on Saturday. So anyway, with all of that, we want to thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider baseball. It was senior night tonight, and the seniors doing what they needed to do, and Rouse taking care of this to get the win tonight for them. And so we want to congratulate them and wish them all the best on all of their future endeavors, whether they go on to college or choose another path, or if they go on to play baseball to continue their baseball careers. We wish them all the best. Thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball. I'm Michael Francis. He's Steve Kidhill. And we will see you soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night.